Morning, guys. It's me, Sandra, TTC 45, and I am coming to you with another bump date on my way to drop Pebbles off to daycare and keeping on to my maternal fetal medicine appointment. Today I am 22 weeks and 6 days. Tomorrow I will be 23 weeks, and on tomorrow I will officially be 1 week away from viability, which is one of my milestones. My next milestone, of course, is 27 weeks, and I'll tell you why that's a milestone for me. Tomorrow, I will also be 13 weeks away from my delivery schedule. So at this point, of course, I've always explained this to you guys in my video, that because I'm carrying identical twins, that they don't allow you to go past 36 weeks. However, 36 weeks actually falls the day before Christmas. So I don't want to be in a hospital during Christmas. I'm hoping to make it to the 36 week, but I'm hoping that the doctor will schedule me after Christmas for my labor induction. At this point, I don't know if I'm gonna have a vaginal delivery or a C-section, because it's gonna depend on the position of the babies, which is what my OB explained to me. Plus, they don't think I'm gonna make it that far anyway, but you know, they have their own differences of opinion, and I just agree to disagree. They do believe that my blood pressure is going to give in and I might end up delivering early, which could be true. You know, one thing I learned from the last OB is that even if you have hypertension, you can still develop what they call pregnancy-induced hypertension. And that usually comes around 32 weeks, and that's exactly what happened when I was pregnant with Pebbles. I developed pregnancy-induced hypertension at 32 weeks, and they were able to at least keep her in until 35 weeks, and then they had to remove her. So hopefully it won't happen this time, but I don't know. I can't predict the future. Right now, my blood pressures are awesome, but I don't know what's going to happen when I get to that point. I'm at least hoping to make it to at least 34 weeks, 35 weeks, but I would love to make it to 36 weeks so that my babies have little to no time in the NICU. As of now, being 22 weeks and 1 day, I really have no pregnancy symptoms at all. I'm actually feeling incredibly great. The only pregnancy feelings I'm having are sore boobs, and that just never goes away. I had that issue even with Pebbles, and of course I have these crazy, out of nowhere vivid dreams that's just unreal half of the time. But and the funny part about them is that in my dreams, I'm definitely not pregnant. So when I wake up and I see a belly, I'll be forgetting that I'm actually is pregnant. It's just really crazy. I've had so many crazy dreams. I had a dream that my auntie had twins, and my auntie is 50-something years old. I just have these crazy, vivid dreams. But I am actually doing so good. Like, I have no concerns, no pain. The group that I'm in for the Modi twins, a lot of them ladies, they're complaining about hip pain, back pain. They just feel miserable. And I just don't have those type of issues. And I'm not going to wood, because I hope they don't even develop. I have no type of issues like that. I have no pain. I can sleep well at night. You know, I do toss and turn only because it's really hard to lay on one side for a long period of time. So I have to alternate the sides. But other than that, I think I sleep pretty well. And I believe that's it as far as the pregnancy is concerned, I am going in now to check for TTS. They're not going to do a growth scan today, so I won't know how big the babies are. I think they're getting pretty big because my stomach is getting pretty big, but I'm not sure how big. My next maternal fetal medicine will be in 2 weeks, so I will know then. That's also the day I have my echocardiogram for them, so I will know how well their hearts are functioning. Excuse me. And so far I'm just kind of getting myself prepared to be delivering in the next 2.5 months, just about 3 months, 3.5 months actually. And I haven't bought any baby buys at this point. When I was pregnant with Pebbles, I would have had a lot of stuff by now, but I'm just really taking it slow this time, only because there's 2 in there and I just want to make sure that I'm not jumping the fence too early. So I'm just going to take my time with it. I did say that once I reach viability, which is 24 weeks, which will be next week, I will start buying some of the essentials like diapers and onesies and sleepers. Those are things you can never get too much of, especially when you are having 2 of them. One of the things I learned from having Pebbles in the wintertime is that she has so many clothes that she never wore because we never went nowhere. I've only just took her to the pediatrician and back, so she may have wore an outfit then, but she mostly stayed home. And so all I had her on was either a onesie or a sleeper, and a lot of them clothes never got worn. So I was able to pack all those clothes into some tubs because I knew that I was most likely going to decide to have another baby. And of course I didn't know whether the baby was going to be a boy or a girl, but just in case if it was a girl, I would have felt stupid having given them away, and I could have kept them for my own baby. So I just decided I was going to wait to give them away. If I end up being pregnant with a boy, I knew the exact place where I was going to get him away to. But now that I'm pregnant with a girl, they come in handy. The only issue is my twins may not always be dressed alike because, of course, these outfits that I have is only for 1 baby, not for 2. So it may be plenty of times they won't be dressed alike, but those clothes are going to be in use. I don't have sleepers and onesies left over from when I had Pebbles because I used every last one of them. So that I definitely will start buying next week, as well as diapers. I'll start buying next week. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to have a baby shower. I don't plan to have a baby shower. Well, I didn't plan to have a baby shower, but of course I didn't plan to have 2 babies neither. So at this point, I'm going to need all the help that I can get. So I might have to reverse that decision. I don't know how or when or what I'm going to do the baby shower. It might just be an online baby shower. I just really don't know at this point. But I did create a registry, which I am going to put down in the description box. So if any of you ladies out there want to donate to my twins, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm not asking you to do it. That's only if you want to do it. The registry is only one place, and that's with Amazon. And one thing I like about Amazon is that they also let you create a diaper account. So if you don't want to purchase anything off the registry, you can always just donate to the diaper account. It can be $1, it can be $2, it can be $5. I don't care what amount you want to donate to. You can just donate to the diaper account because I am going to need plenty of diapers. And speaking of diapers, the other day I had received this big old large heavy box from Sam's Club, and I knew to myself that I haven't placed no order with Sam's Club, so I had no clue where it came from. And unfortunately, I was on my way out the door when I saw it sitting on the front porch, and it was too heavy for me to pick up, but I was able to peek in where they kind of taped it at, because the tape was ripped, and I saw Huggy's diapers in there, and I was like, who sent this? You know, of course I couldn't open it up at that point. Yes, baby. I couldn't open it up at that point to find out who sent it, because I was on my way out the door, probably to an appointment or something. And then probably like 30 minutes after I had left, I had got a text message from my old boss. Not my old supervisor, but the old head boss. My old head boss and my old supervisor, both of them recently retired. And I told you guys, it didn't take long for word to get around my job about me being pregnant, thanks to one of the supervisors. So, but she had sent it. She sent me a text message asking me, did I get the package she sent? I said, oh, so you was the one that sent the package. I said, I didn't. I said, I seen it, but I hadn't opened it because I was on my way out the door, and I didn't know where it had come from, because it just had my name on it. Of course, it probably got something on the inside that said who it's from, but I was so thankful to her for getting that, because she thought of me, and I hadn't seen her in months since she retired. She retired like, I think December she retired, and I didn't get a chance to go to her retirement party because I was out of town at the time. I was gone to Florida, and I didn't get a chance to go to her retirement party, but I did send her a gift. So I was really appreciative for it, because she knew exactly what I needed, and that was diapers. So anyway, yeah, so I was happy about that. I was so grateful to her about that. I'm just not going to deny it. Just very grateful to her for sending me some diapers. And there was other stuff in there. That's why I was so heavy, but I didn't get a chance to open it. To this day, I still haven't opened it. And the only other baby buy that I have, I didn't buy it, of course, is a breast pump. My OB had ordered me a belly band because my belly was hanging so low, it's putting so much pressure on my pelvis. And when you order a belly band, they automatically put the order through for your breast pump, and I didn't know that until they sent me a text message asking me to pick out whichever breast pump that I wanted. So this time I picked out the Medela hospital grade, and so I received that. But other than that, that is the only two baby buys I got so far that I didn't purchase. I'm at the daycare, lady. Hold on, let me drop off. Okay, I'm back, ladies. So yeah, I will start buying the essentials on next week, and most of the items I have on my registry are things that I'm going to try to get for my baby on my own. Of course, I'm not going to get everything that's on the registry, but I'm definitely open to anybody wanting to help. I'm not going to turn down no help from nobody, which brings me to whether or not I am going to tell my extended family about being pregnant. My sons know I'm pregnant, and I'm sure my daughter know by now, at least one of them. I don't know about the oldest one, but I'm sure my youngest daughter know by now, because both of my grandkids know, and my one grandson, he lives with her, so I'm sure he probably told her. She hasn't reached out to me and said anything, but you know, I'm sure she knows. None of them know it's twins. That's one thing I have not let out the bag yet, that I am carrying twins. I do plan though. At first I said no, I was gonna wait until I gave birth to let them know that I didn't know it was twins. One must have been hiding behind the other. But I realized that when I start purchasing large ticket items, that they're gonna notice that these items are for multiple babies. So I'd rather let them know before that time get there. Right now I'm just trying to come up with a creative way to let them know, and I haven't gotten to where I wanted, how I want to do it yet. I am coming up with some ideas and working with some of the sellers on Etsy, because that's where I got the idea to do the scratch off lottery tickets, to do my reveal to them before, but I'm not going to do that this time because they already know about that. I got a different idea, so we're working together to see if we can get, you know, what I really want to be done, and I'm hoping excuse me, I'm hoping to get it done soon. I do want to let them know before I turn 27 weeks. Now, back to 27 weeks being another milestone for me. 27 weeks is a milestone when you are pregnant with Modai twins, because a lot of the issues that Modai twins go through, or Momo, it doesn't matter if it's Modai or Momo, but a lot of the issues that the identical twins go through during pregnancy, of course, is related to growth. Whether it's growth restrictions or TTTS, or anything that's keeping them TAPS, anything that's keeping them from not developing correctly. And they have to go in and they have to correct those issues. And when they go in and correct those issues, the percentage of one or both babies surviving those procedures are usually less than 50% or less. Put it that way. It's usually 50% or less that they survive those procedures. Once you get 27 weeks, that percentage goes up to 99 point something. So you have a higher chance of both of your babies surviving if you have any type of growth issues. So that is another milestone to make it to, because then if one of my babies start having issues with growth, they can either choose to take them out or choose to let them stay a couple of more weeks or what have you and take them out, but they have a better chance of survival than they would before 27 weeks. So that's why 27 weeks is my next milestone after 24 weeks. Let's see what else I wanted to mention. I think I've mentioned everything that I wanted to mention. Yeah, so I guess I'll just come back on here after I leave the maternal fetal medicine to see how the babies are doing, because again, this is my TTTS checkup, just to make sure the babies are not having any growth restrictions. But I won't know how big they is. I mean, unless they just be nice and let me know. They usually don't do that, so I won't know how big they is, but I will know if they're doing great. They're moving well up in there, because I can definitely feel those kicks. I mean, I feel kicks and movements. It's so cute when I try to get Pebbles to feel the babies. She'll put her hand on my stomach, and I say, well, did you feel the baby move? And she'll say, yeah, but she ain't felt nothing. She don't know if she felt nothing or not. And sometimes she'll snatch her hand away and say, ew. I mean, she is too funny. You know, I don't know. I don't know whether she's feeling the baby moves or not, but I do try to get her to feel a baby, because you can feel them really well. You can feel if they moving their fist across or if they moving their foot across. You can really feel it. I mean, I feel them day and night, so that always gives me some type of encouragement that they're doing okay up in there. I do try to listen to the heartbeat probably once a week, but it's still hard to distinguish the two. Sometimes I could, because one is hanging out on the right side and one is hanging out on the left side, so I can kind of distinguish the two. Sometimes I can't, so I don't even worry about that, because like I say, I get a scan every week, so the scan always reassures me that they're doing fine. So, but other than that, I'll let you guys know when I leave the maternal fetal medicine how things went. Okay, ladies, stay tuned. Hey guys, I am back from the maternal fetal medicine appointment. I am now running late for my OB nurse appointment for my Makina shot. I was supposed to be there at 9 o'clock and it's actually 9:08, and I'm just now leaving the maternal fetal medicine. This appointment actually lasted longer than normal. Usually if I'm not getting a growth scan, I'm usually in and out of there in about 30 minutes, but this appointment lasted a little over an hour because I forgot that at my anatomy scan there was a lot of measurements they weren't able to get because baby B in particular wasn't cooperating. So they got as much as they could today. I'm still not sure if they got everything that they needed, but she did say she got a lot accomplished because baby B was a little bit more cooperative today than he was last time. But they did tell me, you know, because I got so many scans, that they are going to just do all the different organ scans over a period until they get them all done. My next appointment, of course, is going to be long because not only is it scheduled for my growth scan, but it's also scheduled for my echocardiogram. And then starting the 2 weeks after that, I will be actually having a growth scan every 2 weeks. Right now, I was only having a growth scan once a week. I mean, once a month. But they told me after my next, at the echocardiogram schedule, I'll be getting a growth scan every 2 weeks. And I'm only going to be going every 2 weeks until I get 28 weeks, so that's not going to last long because I'm already nearly 23 weeks. But once I get 28 weeks, then my appointments is going to be moved to every 3 weeks, which is good because a lot of the ladies in my group that see maternal fetal medicine, they don't even see the maternal fetal medicine after the 28th week unless there's something wrong. They just get pushed back to they OB. So I'll start seeing my OB more at that time because I'll start having my non-stress test. So I'll be going in probably the 28th or the 29th week doing a non-stress test, and they usually do that weekly until you deliver. So anyway, he said everything was looking good with the babies. The only concern he had was that the fluid around the babies was too high. He said that's usually a sign of diabetes. They see that a lot with moms who have diabetes. So he asked me how have my sugars been, and I told him my sugars been great as far as I can tell. When I go to the endocrinologist, which I did go to the endocrinologist yesterday, she told me that I was doing awesome. Keep up the good work. I mean, I'm on a Dexcom, so they're able to monitor my sugars without me having to even prick my fingers. So they know what my sugars are. They download it every time I come to visit. So she knows what my sugars are at all times of the day. And she was going to decrease it yesterday when I came because she said I had too many lows. But then she changed her mind because she said that her other twin moms, a lot of them start having a lot of highs around this time in the pregnancy. So she's gonna wait to decrease it and make sure I don't start having a lot of highs. So she didn't decrease it, but she was going to decrease it because she said I had a lot of lows. So she told me I was doing awesome. She said out of all her twin moms, I am actually doing the best. Out of all her pregnant moms, I'm actually doing the best. So I'm not quite sure why I have a lot of fluid. I mean, it just could be that I'm just diabetic, period. But he said they don't have no concerns about the babies because the babies are doing great. They're looking great. And of course, they're not showing any signs of TTS. So everything was good. So yes, lady, please continue to pray for me. I get a lot of love from you ladies. You always inboxing me either on Instagram, or you put a comment telling me that you're still praying for me, and I love to hear that because that is what got me this far, is you guys' prayers. I mean, a lot of ladies was not as fortunate as I am at this point in my pregnancy. So those prayers are working, and I always respond by saying keep them coming, keep them coming. So I will be back next week with another update. In the meantime, feel free to ask me any questions you guys want to ask, and I'm still rooting for those who are still in this race. Simply Tanika, Miss Alicia, Alexis, Sade, all of y'all just trying to get that big fat P. I am rooting for you guys. You have no idea the big cheerleader that's sitting on the sideline for y'all with a big old belly, because I really want you guys to get y'all BFP before this year is out. So please stay in the race, ladies. Don't give up. I know it's an emotional roller coaster. I know it is, because I've been there. It ain't always been ups for me. I've had some downs too. So I know exactly how you ladies feel. And I'm praying that you guys are blessed with your babies this year. And those of you who I didn't call out your name, same well with you. I'm praying for you guys. And I'm praying that you guys have healthy pregnancies and healthy babies. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, ladies.